Welcome back to Satisfactory. I think we just need to do some frames today. We let ourselves get pretty distracted with the Fixmas Factory, which is done. It's a little slow, but it'll get the 500 stars we need. In the meantime, let's get some of our basics done, which is the good old-fashioned frames. And then we need 2 assemblers. Actually, we want to build this way, right? So, let's put it here so we can envision it a little easier. I kind of like it. I think this one requires it to be turned. So we want to go steel pipe. I'm having a typing day. I think it's steel pipe plus reinforced plank. Oh, wait. Do we have that? Yes, we do. Shoo. Right, so there you go. You got our steel pipe plus reinforced plate equals frame. Make sure we get that on both sides. Make sure that we power these buildings. That's actually pretty close to done. Now we just have to do the importing. Okay. So we're going to put this in right there, actually, on this big flat plane we've got. I think we should output the frames on this side. And then I guess just take input on this side. So it's purely left to right. You know, I could probably simplify this. One of these, and it doesn't matter which. Could be a direct connection like this. That's one less thing to connect when we deal with it up here. And I could do the reverse here. The only reason why I'm thinking about optimizing to this level is because it is going to be a lot of connections. So the fewer the better. I don't know what color are modular frames. I think they're kind of a gray color, or we could go with like a dark purple. Modular frame platform. I think it's pretty close to done. Now we want 6 rows of 6 of this, so 36 of these. That's a lot of sheets. Hmm. I didn't bring anything with me or stage anything for this build. I think I'm just gonna have to like build what we can and then come back to it. Yeah, let's just get it started. I think 2 from the start. Is this the new height or the width? Or is that the height and width? Which one is it? This is right on the edge. I don't know if I should commit to this being the front facade. I should probably bring it back a little bit. Just barely enough room, really. All right, that got a good chunk of it done. We need a lot of reinforced plate. What is all this reinforced plate for? Sheesh. What do we need? Concrete, copper sheets, wire, and aluminum sheets. So how do we remember this? Oh wait, that's actually cable. Okay, cable, concrete, copper, sheets. That's easy to remember. Store. Let's make sure we bring our jetpack and our rocket fuel. Luckily, during the last episode, we set ourselves up with a good chunk of aluminum sheet creation, so we should have plenty of sheets in our light metals factory over here. Ready to go. This guy's looking for a little bit of scrap. Let's take a chunk of scrap and just move it manually while we're here. Plus, it'll give the whole factory a little room to do some stuff. We'll just take all the sheets. We don't need all the sheets, but eventually we'll need all the sheets. A 1,000 sheets. See, they all started with C. Cable, concrete, and copper sheets. That's how I remembered it. Good chunk of quartz right here. Um, I think I built those last row backwards. Nope, I guess not. I guess whatever I was using to sort of mark the orientation was just a little off. Okay, that's our 6x6x2. 6 rows, 6 deep, 2 machines per click. This is probably in the way. Let's upload some of these sheets. I really should have put an uploader down there while I was thinking about it. But I wasn't thinking about it. I was too busy grabbing the ones that we needed. We'll get everything connected power-wise. It's going to take a second to do this. The ornamental version of the wire, the Christmas tree light, I don't know, they don't interact the exact same with these power plugs. I find it to be buggy. Like, Like, what's that? What's that trying to connect to? Where is that? Like, seriously, what are you doing? And then when you try to connect it, it sometimes acts like it's not really finding the target. But we're almost there. Our power usage has been ridiculous lately, and the reason is because we've been letting huge chunks of the factory sit idle, totally full on outputs. But now that we're starting to pull in on those things, like this line right here where we're just taking all the steel that we can get, which apparently isn't enough to make versatile frames. That means everything that went to making steel kicks on, everything that, you know, the whole line where we weren't using power, now we're using power, suddenly gets turned on. All right, so what do we have here? We've got 2 inputs per. And then we've got 2 of those. When in doubt, just go with the center of the foundation, right? It's just easier. Well, it's just easier. And then we'll go out like this and like that. Little connection to you over there. Actually, we aren't really using a ton of reinforced plates for this. Holy moly. There actually isn't... I mean, I guess I could come up from... Well, no, because... Whatever we connect, we want to connect it like this. And these are a little vertically challenged because we didn't... If we really wanted it, we'd have to figure out exactly the right height for this platform to perfectly connect in, but we're not doing that. So the problem I have is if I connect this straight across, it's pretty much locked in. I could go up and under. That's the same problem. Well, actually, no, it's not. If I go here and in, and then make the reinforced plate come here, and then have it connect under at this point. So let's just split a chunk of this off. That looks connected, but it's not. Let's try that again. You know, I think I'm actually gonna replace all of that with a... I'm tempted to do it with a storage container. That way we get a little localized inline buffer. Now all we have to do is find our steel pipe supply. I think that's kind of far away. If I've ever made... Have I ever made a steel pipe supply? Oh, you know what? That's probably coming from the lowest level here. See, all these iron plates are starting to move now. So now we're spending power on iron plates that we weren't spending before. Here's a nice supply of iron pipe. Oh, it doesn't kick in until way back here. We only have a single level of that. And most of this is probably runoff from our steel pipe dojo over there. I'm curious now. I want to double check that. They're not really keeping up very well. I think we're sushi belting this to the point where... Oh, no, there's a... Oh, yeah. It's a sushi belt situation. For sure. We might have to set the steel pipe up with its own... full connection to the mega factory. But what I know for sure is that we do have access to a supply, whether it's convenient or sufficient. These are all different things to worry about. But effectively, we do want a full belt's worth. So I'm tempted to not tap into this. But if I do... I run the risk of making only one side of this factory viable. I guess it's fine. Man, we're already pulling... Is this pipes being added? Ah. Okay, we got plenty of pipes. I'm not even worried about it now. Though, I'm curious where this one is going. Up to make stators. All right. I think I'll just stick with what I got. We'll just pull that extra line. Dedicated line, I should say. I'm going to delete some of this. Create a dismantle crate. And then clean up those dismantle crates. Look at that. And then we'll just find a infinite location for ourselves. This transport layer is getting kind of big. Okay, so that did not infinite lift. Make sure we got that going. No inline storage for this side of the house. How do you not have any steel pipes? You're the first on the list. Oh, I connected this wrong. That'll do it. Each row, at the very least, is getting equal access to all materials, though obviously the first ones are still getting the lion's share. But at least each row is getting an equal amount. Wow, full stack of reinforced plate already. So the big thing here is that let's just make sure each row is getting some of everything. I guess I can tell that also by the fact that the green lights are on. That's right. We haven't connected any of these other pieces yet. This should be close to one full belt of steel pipes being used. It doesn't look like we're really getting a good supply. Well, maybe we are. It looks like there's a lot of gaps. Ah, there's a Mark IV lift doing the sending, that's why. I might need to do a little light upgrade here. All right, I think that's enough. That'll be enough to get a consistent full belt of pipes into our modular frame. I picked up all these steel pipes. Now I don't want them all, so I'm just going to share the steel pipe wealth here. We'll connect, or yeah, we'll connect one or two more of these. And then we'll probably start collecting. How do I want to do the mega storage for this? It's going to leave us some room to do something. I'm not sure. Oof, Mark III belts. right, I think we're ready to just do some connecting here. Or some collecting. I mean, it's 10 pipes per minute. So these shouldn't struggle this much. But at the end of the day, they're all running. Let's just do a quick connect here. Looks like I missed this one. Is that the only one? Oh, looks like it is the only one. Want to get these connected. Everything is more or less ready once we get these piped in. Then it's a question of like, how many of these storage do we need? Probably more than one, primarily because the thing's a mess and they don't stack very well. Oh, there's our one little steel pipe. Let's get that out of there. We had that one steel pipe from the misconnect. I'm thinking about that starter factory, whether or not we need to directly connect the steel pipe dojo. Oh, I see. It's just filling up. It'll just take a second to fill up. We're only using, what, 2 reinforced plate per minute? So it's 6 times 6 times 2 times 2. Really, it's not that much. 3672, 144 reinforced plate per minute usage. So this, tapping this is probably fine. And when I look at this side of it, we're not even using enough to worry about. So I'm happy with that choice. The pipes, on the other hand, that's going to be close to a full belt's worth. That's 6 times 6 times 2 times 10. So that's 720. So basically 1 belt worth of pipe's going to have to fill up throughout this entire thing. That's going to take a while to get really very, very consistent for everyone. But, like, if I rob from the rich over here and move down the line and look for some yellow ones. We'll set ourselves up for mega storage here. Oh, we finally ran out of steel beams. We're also out of steel pipes. I want one more of these. I will not be denied. Just waiting for a digital upload to upload the remaining steel beam. And you know, while it's clear, let's alter this. Moving forward, Shift, copy. Wait, I was doing Control, Shift, W, and C. That's a terrible. And V. Maybe not the C, but the V for sure. That's a terrible combination to try to maintain. I should make a Mark V version of this. And then we'll drop our little storage option on here. We have the goods. Ooh, sadly we don't. Let's see if we can make what we need real quick. So there you go. Half go into the digital uploader and a little extra just in case you want to grab a couple. That's not a bad collection of modular frame production. I think that makes it happen, eh? Of course, we have all these bugged out connections. Might have to do a little restart to get the, oh no, this is fine. And then we'll pop back over here. And the very last thing we're going to do is just clean up the old test bench. We've got the old test bench somewhere in this area. So this is making reinforced plates, which we're done with. I think I can take this all out. We don't need this anymore. We'll just let this run down, and when it runs all the way out, then it runs all the way out. The problem is we've got all these modular frames hooked up to this digital uploader, which I wouldn't mind reclaiming. But I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. Let's look at what can we do with those frames now. We could make versatile frames, but we already have the versatile frames under control. In fact, we've got overflow from the versatile frame factory to consider integrating into the other factory. And then, so it's what do we want to do here? We could use more pipes or less pipes. Seems to be our primary choice. I mean, we probably get more machines in place using this. If I go with the screws, then I feel obligated to do the inline screw solution. 240 per minute on a belt of 700 is really not enough machines. So we'd have to do inline screws, or we could go with this one. This results in a few more heavy frames, so we'll probably go this way. It's a lot of concrete, and that's a lot of pipe. Actually, it's less pipe than the other option. Okay, well, that makes that easy. So we'll go with the heavy encased frame alternate. We'll have to check in on our concrete factory. I think we have a belt already going out to the main factory from the concrete factory. So probably needs an upgrade. Yeah, it's a Mark IV, which isn't bad actually. It's better than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, we'll get the concrete. We already have access to the pipe. Edit to-do list, clear. Blueprint, no. We want to go to heavy. We want to add this one to our list. So the modular frames we just made. Steel pipes we can find a supplier for. Industrial beams. Yeah, we've got our first level's got plenty of industrial beams stored. Yep, right there. Waiting to be used. Concrete. We got plenty of concrete waiting to be used. I don't even think we've connected this to anything yet. Oh, obviously we have. What are we using this for? Oh, to make encased beams. Of course. Luckily, oh yeah, we do need to fix the alignment of this belt. It's a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, so we'll have to figure out exactly how we want to pull concrete. But a lot of this stuff is just sitting right here ready to go. The thing is once we kick on one of these, it's going to kick on a bunch of stuff. I might have to go back and get some more power. I'm actually quite concerned that we're going to run out of power. We have a slight surplus. We're not really capturing it. I might have to go battery-tastic in the next episode. Really get our battery storage where it needs to be. And maybe, as part of that, put in our last fuel generator generation. Ring. Given the amount of power we're using, though, I might also need to go back and find some summer sloops and get the 10% bonus here. 10% bonus is kind of a lot eventually. If I can get another one of these 10% bonuses, oh yeah, look at that. We're actually a little under. I'm going to move this. The thing is, deleting that thing is going to have inventory consequences. Well, I wasn't wrong. This is totally bonus content. I was trying to get these videos down to an hour, but got this little issue that we want to resolve. That looks like it's in the center. Do we not have a free power supply here? Oh, there it is. I was about to say, one of these has to be available. Let's sigh. We don't have the power or the wire to do it. I'm tempted to rotate this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyway. I think that's better. I think it's better than the arches. We'll just put the power augmenter directly on top of the power towers. And then once we get a second one of those, we'll put it right next to it. And I think that'll make the entrance from the hub look even more dramatic. But I think that's a good place to stop. We got the modular frames, which was the primary goal. Made some minor adjustments here. We definitely want to get a second augmenter in place. That's free, what, 1500 power? We also want to get some storage in place so we can capture the surplus. But yeah, our max consumption is 36,000 megawatts. Jeez, that's a lot. That's an awful lot. Let's do one last thing. We'll do a quick check-in on our oil. It should still be full because we're only using 2/3 of the required amount. Yeah, it's basically still full. You definitely want a surplus though, because you don't want this to have like a bad second and then shut down your whole power supply. Because your power supply runs on power. What's going on back here? Full on heavy oil residue. Yeah, so we need to fully utilize this area. Wait, why are you full on heavy oil residue, but you're empty? That's not good. I'm about to get myself in a debugging quagmire. I see. So this pipe's going all the way around the world. It's going all the way around the world and back again to unload. That shouldn't matter though. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll figure it out once we complete the power. Maybe there's some sort of delay somewhere along the way that I'm not detecting. That'll be resolved once this is fully connected. Either way, I think we're more or less ready to put in the final fuel generation circle. And then once we have that in place, then we'll know exactly where we stand. I'm thinking we put in another power tower over here and search the world for summer sloops and build a second augmenter. That's probably what we'll end up doing in the next episode. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.